J-Tech and look over your hydraulic systems. We're going to start off with your power steering, and on this truck that we have, you can tell that it's actually leaking. One of the things you always do with any kind of system in your vehicle is you'll do a visual overlook before you even start your vehicle. And like I said, you can tell it's leaking or has been leaking, so it's already failed the visual inspection. But to check it for new leaks or actual active leaks, what you would have to do is you would have to start the truck up, get the fluid up to running temperature, have someone turn the wheel back and forth, left and right, and physically look for your leaks at your power steering pump. Look for it to come out of seals, out of the lines, anything like that. So like I said, this part of the truck's already failed the inspection, so you do have a tool to help warm it up quicker than letting your truck just sit there at idle. It's a flow meter, and what you do is it adds resistance to your power steering system, and it will heat up your power steering fluid faster than just running it at idle. Once you get it up to running temp, which is normally around 150 to 180 degrees depending on the model of the vehicle, the manufacturer of the vehicle, that's you'll be able to see your GPMs and your LPMs, which is gallons per minute and liters per minute. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to come back and we're going to look at the back of the truck. It's a car hauler, so you're going to have to go over and look at all your cylinders. You need to make sure you check off all your lines, your fittings, your seals. Another thing you need to do when you have it up to running temp is you want to go over to your controls, or have someone go over to your control module and actually operate each cylinder. Make sure it lifts properly, it doesn't start to fall without you telling it to come down. You want to visually look for leaks on the cylinder, damage on the cylinder, anything like that. And as you can tell, this truck's pretty old. It's a 97 Peterbilt, and you got some dry rot going on your lines. So you would definitely want to annotate that, let the driver or the operator know. You know, his lines are starting to get pretty old and his fittings are all rusty. So after you check the cylinders and everything for proper operations and no leaks, then you can come over to the control module yourself and play with it. Check each individual control for operations and for leaks, and the same thing on everything else. You want to visually look at it, and then you want to make sure it does its job. Now also, you got a little pressure gauge down here. This gauge will let you know when the system is at proper PSI to operate. Now, off the top of my head, I don't know what the PSI needs to be or what it is, but once you know that, that's how you check it. That way you're not back here messing with controls before the system's ready. Now, I believe the reservoir for this is on the back side of this fuel tank. I'm not 100% sure about that either, but you get your power from your PTO. That's what operates all the hydraulic systems. So just like everything else, you want to make sure you visually go over everything. You want to make sure there's no leaks, no bends in your lines, no cracked lines, no breaks in the lines. You want to make sure your lines are going to the right levers. You want to make sure everything operates correctly. You need to get underneath the truck and you need to physically look over your PTO while it's running, make sure there ain't no leaks at your PTO. Literally have to go over every single component and to check for your leaks. Other than that, I mean, that's basically how you would inspect your hydraulic system and your power steering system in this vehicle.